Hello and welcome to StarMade. As I mentioned briefly in my little update video, StarMade has recently changed to be a lot more awesome. For instance, there's these new blocks that you can't see right here, of which some pipes are coming out of, but let me just turn on all the lights. Of course, this is a work in progress. It is nowhere near done, but this is a ship I've been working on, and let me just turn on the other system here and give it a moment to crank up, and you'll see. Wait, let me, fall out. And as you can see, we have these little lights going up. Of course, there is a limited range on how far it's showing them activating. Unfortunately, I think I'll have to I don't know, look into setting how to change that or something. I don't know. It gets this weird desync. But as you can see up close, this is working how it's supposed to. Also, I have shadows enabled, which is why things look a bit funky. I think I might just turn shadows off. In fact, let me see if I can do that now. No, I would have to restart to do that. So we're leaving shadows on for this video, but this is the day one update to this carrier construction project. As you can see, we have a switch to turn on all the lights. Wait for it. Give it a moment. It has to the changes have to kind of propagate through. Come on, turn off. Those are hooked up. They're definitely hooked up. There we go. Those ones turned off. I have to get closer, I think, for it to realize, hey, turn these off. Yep, see, there we go. And same thing over there. Come on. You can do it. You know what you're supposed to do. Well, let's just ignore that for the moment and pretend like that worked exactly as intended, because it does normally work exactly as intended. And so you have this other switch here, right, which activates those lights. And but what does this one do? Well, this one turns those off. So you can actually turn it on and off. And this is an interesting piece of circuitry that I learned from a random person because I wanted to know how to do it and I didn't know how to do it, so I went and looked it up. And this is the fireworks outside. This is the circuitry that makes that work. The turn off switch is connected to this delay non-repeat, this one to this one to this one, so there's 4 of them. Now keep in mind, that's very important, there's 4 of them, right? The original design I copied this from only had 2. But I put 4 in because over here there's 4 of these, which are the delays which do repeat. So, to turn it off, you connect this, and it goes through, and then goes to this not signal, which turns off. This is kind of just, oh yes, now I remember. This is, no, I don't remember. This is an extra block here that is entirely unnecessary, and it's to make it so that the connections going down here stay in a straight line. Because if I didn't put that block there, I think it's this one would be connecting down into there. But then again, I think I'm wrong, because see this goes the direction of power transfer, and as you can see, it's going into that. But anyhow, you go into the not signal, which then goes into the activation to turn it off. And these kind of just stay on. As you can see, they're currently active. They're always active. And then there's this not signal, which goes into this and, which goes into the delay signal triggering system. And I don't remember exactly how it works, but I just know that, if I go down here real fast, okay, go too fast and completely miss it because I can't see anything because it's dark in here, and I activate that, you can see that is hitting the AND switch, and this is also hitting the AND switch, so it continues through the system. If it wasn't hitting that AND switch, it wouldn't be working. Or something like that. Okay, I don't remember how this works at all. I know that one connects to there, that one to there, that one to there, that one to there. The AND connects, I think the AND just connects back down to the activator, and the activator connects to here, of course, so the AND propagates the signal through here. That also serves to tell you that, if it's blinking, then you know that system's on. Then I can turn the lights back on, and I can turn that off, and then immediately turn it back on, or possibly off. Nope, I got it back on. Cool. But right now, no wait, actually I want those on so I can continue working on the ship, and turn those ones off though, so the auto repeat isn't going, and then I can continue working on it. Of course, I'm not going to continue working on it right this moment. But this is a carrier. This is going to be a carrier. As you can see, there's 2 bits of hole here. My keyboard just quit working for a moment. And again, that's really unfortunate when it does that. That bit there hasn't been extended down, but it will be extended down. Only I'm going to use black hardened armor on that outer layer, because that's going to be the outer layer of the hull. So the hull is going to be 3 thick all around. So this is basically the interior. There's going to be a little hallway here through some sections, so that's why it's open. There's also going to be like lights and shield emitters and stuff in here, I believe. So these are the reactors, of course, obviously, the main reactors, which I'm going to modify slightly, because right now they wrap around everything, and they're really just supposed to wrap around like that on the back, or maybe one side wraps on the front, the other side wraps on the back. I'm not really sure. This is the interior deck plating. Okay, and then there's going to be extra stuff in here. There's going to be 3 blocks where there's stuff, and then there's going to be the outer deck plating, at least down the middle. On the outsides, it's going to raise up a bit more to have like crew quarters or whatnot. I'm not sure exactly. Oh yes, this is going to be like the control station, obviously. That's why like it's the core, it's in the center, it's the most protected. We got this. These are docking areas. And obviously, because I place with symmetry, and the symmetry doesn't quite work with like mirroring of the direction things are facing, I'm gonna have to replace all the ones on the bottom to face inwards. And I'm gonna add a few more in here. And the idea is that you can dock like one larger, longer thing in the middle or whatever, and you know, you can kind of have a bit more ability. Or maybe you could dock really tiny things in here, and then you could have a tiny thing here and a tiny thing there, and you know, you could really go nuts. You know, it's supposed to be versatile. And these are going to be massive doors. Like, okay, you see how this is 3 blocks, and then there's going to be another 2 or 3 blocks that's the deck plating. This is going to be a door from here all the way up. So these are going to be massive doors. And yes, this has symmetry like... Oh yes, okay, so these are temporary engines that I was using to move this thing around during construction, which are probably way too... Oh, no, they still give it a little bit of power. Not much, but... they can move it a little. These are temporary engines. They're going to be removed, and down here is going to be like another like systems area or quarters or something, followed by deck plating, and it's going to be like, it's going to go down to about here. You know, it's going to be further down. The top is not going to go as high as the bottom is going to go down. The front, which is what I'm at, which I was about to say was the rear, it's going to kind of go to a point, and there's going to be a bunch of systems and stuff in there. And on the back, it's going to kind of go up slightly and kind of have this, I don't know, like, I don't know how to describe it, like the back of a car with like a spoiler or something, but not like a spoiler, because that'd be kind of dumb. But that's the plans there. Obviously, I'm building this on a local, just on single player. Also, there's a pirate station right over there, which is kind of funny. This is the unnamed fighter design, which I eventually called the X1, I believe. It is basically 2 massive guns. They're all cannons. They're connected with the new system that lets you connect multiple things together, so that we can have super rapid fire, right? And then there's this tiny little interior area. This ship also has an activator that turns the lights on and off. You know, it's just packed with shield generators and power generators and a few thrusters at the back and weapons, and it's a fighter. I designed this carrier around that fighter. Originally, I was going to make a much larger carrier that was going to be a very similar concept and design, but that much larger idea, after constructing it a little bit, I got attacked by pirates because I forgot to turn them off and forgot to turn on protected sector, and I only built a frame, and then it was like, I was like, I gotta start over because they damaged it, and I don't know where it's damaged, and I don't want to redo the whole thing just to redo it, and I'm like, I'll make it a little bit smaller. And so I made that, then realized that was bigger than I thought it was, and I had to make it a little bigger than I planned. That is the progress report for today, and I'm going to try and, I guess, you know, obviously I said day 1, this is going to be something that I'm going to keep working on, and I'm going to be like, day 2, I did this thing, day 3, I did that thing, and hopefully I'll get it finished, and then we'll have like combat stuff. Also, the moving is going to happen at the end of this week, and so this week I've got to focus on getting into the flow of things with school, because classes just started again, and I didn't realize that when I made that other video, but that's kind of going to be something that's going to slow me down, because right now I need to go to bed right now and then go to school tomorrow morning and then do classwork all day and then stuff, and then all my time really needs to be spent doing classwork or packing. But I'll try to work on this a bit and make some videos and whatnot. I don't know. Actually, tomorrow I got to do other stuff, and then Wednesday I have an appointment with the orthopedic specialist, and then Thursday is moving stuff, and just stuff is happening all over the place. Thanks for watching, as always. See you in space.